Testing out FSD hardware 4. And you can see here, we're gonna have self-driving. So we have slow, chill, standard, hurry, Mad Max. So Mad Max is back. And here we go. So hands not on the steering wheel. I'm not even using the pedal. Just cruising here as standard. We're gonna try Mad Max once we get on the highway. So let's see how it does on the merge. So there's some construction. It looks like there's some construction on this highway. Let's see how it does. So this one merged really aggressively, it looks like. So the lane marking gets a little crazy. So let's see if it slows down. It actually is slowing down, not pushing hard past this vehicle. So as you can see, the walls right here, and did that just fine. So we're gonna start on chill first. So just wanna really show you the graphics. So on the heads up, well, not heads up, but on the instrument cluster in the front here, you have visualization of that as well. You have the front camera, and now also the rear camera. You swipe out like that. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, this is in the Model X 2026 with hardware 4. So just trying to signal there for a second, but nothing unusual. I think it's trying to get to the middle lane on chill mode. Taking these curves, pretty good. I'm gonna move up to hurry and let's see what it does. So it's trying to get over it, accelerate past that BMW right there. It should go in the fast lane or lane 1. Some people don't like to call it fast lane, passing lane, whatever you want to call it, same difference. So it's on the fastest lane or the passing lane in most country. And we do have a carpool or high occupancy lane as well. This one is not set to that, I hope, because I'm in the car by myself, but you can change that setting. Alright, so it just went in HOV lane and I'm in the car myself. I don't think this test drive vehicle has the carpool sticker, but let's see here. So if I go on autopilot, you can change the navigation to not go on HOV lane. I think that's under, it's under the navigation. So under navigation settings, you can actually change. Didn't like that. I was looking. Avoid toll, avoid highway, avoid toll. Use HOV. So this is set to off. So it still decide to take the HOV even though that's set to off. It shouldn't have done that. So we're in the HOV. So we'll just stay on the HOV lane. And that's what hurry is. So let's try Mad Max. Okay, I'm on Mad Max. It should try to tailgate the vehicle in front a little bit more. So it's slowly accelerating, getting closer, so it doesn't let anyone cut you off, but there's still a good amount of space. I would say 2 car length of distance. So overall, it's doing all right. So maybe with the hardware 4 front camera, it does do a lot better. So yeah, not driving at all. It's doing a lot better than hardware 3 for sure. 100% a lot better. There's no phantom braking. It's not hugging the left lane like in the Cybertruck. It tends to hug the left lane, although it does have hardware 4 in that. This is a new software 14, I believe, 14 point-ish. We'll take a look at that in a brief second. This guy's trying to get over it. It does recognize the signal, so I did feel the regen start. So with FSD, it does recognize turn signal. So if there's a vehicle with the turn signal on, it will slow down for that vehicle, even in Mad Max. So typically, as Mad Max driver would not let that vehicle in. They would accelerate and get past that vehicle that's trying to get in. But that's Mad Max. It doesn't feel as max as I anticipated. So again, I haven't intervened or taken over since the start of the FSD, and FSD can start from parking space or even driveway, as well as parking spot in garages like parking garage or curbside. So you have curbside drop off or pickup, you just hit start full self-driving, it will start doing that. So it's realizing that this truck is driving slow. It's trying to get around it, then it realized that Prius is also driving slow. I'm going to go back to just keep it hurry so it doesn't weave in and out, but that's the difference with Mad Max. So Mad Max will go around vehicle, weaving in and out. Hurry will just keep you on the furthest left lane for the most part. It might go around vehicle, but typically it won't. And then Standard will keep you on the middle to the adjacent lane from the passing lane, the fast lane. And then Chill will put you all the way to the right 2 lanes or 1 lane closest to the exit. That's where you're going to be cruising the whole time. I think it's more dangerous to be furthest to the right. It's probably safer to be on Standard or even in Hurry. Although it doesn't sound like it's safer, but on the highway, usually the worst driver are the ones that are driving on the slower lanes. And then you have some campers on the fast lane as well. But then that's when you go ahead and select Mad Max. So it's doing just fine. Let me see. In 2 miles, it's gonna stay on the 91 highway here and then merge over to 605. I was hoping it will merge over to the 5 first, but let's see if I can change the route. So I can't change the route while it's en route. Let me see if I end the trip. What happens if I end the trip while I'm on the FSD? So nothing happened. It's just gonna stay here. Let's go ahead and select. So you can cancel and then re-put in your address and then select the highway. So that's how you can do it. Okay, so it's gonna take. Okay, it's gonna try and get to the right lane here. signaling, but it's not gonna get over in time. So hopefully it just stays on here, because getting over will not make it to the 5. So hopefully it stays on the COV lane. It's still signaling, confusing everybody. No. It's not gonna make it. Okay, it missed the 5. It's 100% missed the 5. So late change. What's it gonna do now? I'm not disengaging, so it's just gonna stay on this highway that I didn't want it to stay on. So it missed that interchange. Now there's gonna be traffic. So again, my hand's here, but I'm not steering or doing anything. So it should try and get back onto the passing lane here. This big rig is tailgating this SUV. Wow. Okay. It's passing vehicle, even though it's not on the passing lane, the fast lane. But yeah, this is navigating pretty good. So what's new with 2026? Again, front camera is really cutting in and out here. So now it's coming back out to fast lane, or the passing lane. So yeah, I did pretty good there, going around the traffic without having to go on the HOV. So now it realized that it shouldn't be in the HOV. I'm gonna put Map Max here. Let's see what it does. Lots of traffic ahead, but okay, destination in 9 minutes to McDonald's. So again, what's new in the 2026? You do have blind spot in the grill speaker. So there's a red little dot, just like in the new 3. See, you see the red dot there? There's a vehicle in the adjacent lane. So that will light up. This will light up if there's a vehicle in your blind spot or on the adjacent lane near your vehicle that potentially could be in your blind spot. The screen, they say, is the same as the previous year and all the refresh Model X. This display does look more vivid. It used to be really dark, so some improvement there that I noticed. Of course, the ambient lighting all the way around, including the center console down here as well. And then of course you got your front bumper camera, which is really clear, super clear. And then of course the hardware for the FSD. They also have improvement with the suspension. It does ride a lot nicer. And then you also have the improvement with some of the headlights. I think there's more of an adapted feature. The high beam, that is. I'm not sure if the previous one had it. Yeah, it's really smooth with the lane change as well. It either accelerate or decelerate appropriately. Although I'm in Map Max right now, it's getting over to the highway interchange about 1.5 miles. Usually I would do that in like a mile or less, 0.8 miles until the interchange, and then I'll get over. As you will see, looks like there's some traffic coming up. So I'm gonna keep it standard and see what it does. So there's traffic slowing down here, and hopefully it'll slow down in time. There's the brake light. It's heartbreaking up front there, so let's see how it does. So yeah, the regen is working, and it's gonna have to slam on the brakes soon. Those vehicles in the front are pretty much come to a standstill. So if you look ahead, there's a lot of traffic. Usually I'll start coming in, you know, in cases like this, I would come in about a mile or less, passing these two slower lanes. So not sure why Mad Max took me to the slower lane, but anyways, we switch it back to standard because I didn't want it to do some weird stuff at the end here. But yeah, no disengagement so far. 16 minutes into FSD from entering the highway, turning from local street, merging. It struggled right there. I'm not sure why it's trying to get over. It should just stay here. It scared that cheap Cherokee, so he slowed down for me to get over, but that was unnecessary. Yes, it's trying to pass all the slower car, but could have done that a long time ago. So I think the system is still learning. Something on the road didn't recognize that. So now it's going back to this lane, which complete stop up there. As you can see, complete stop now. Could have just kept going for a little bit longer. Still not as perfect, but again, it's learning, right? So okay, now it's coming back out. It's trying to come back out again. Unnecessary back and forth. Usually I laugh at those drivers that goes in, goes out because they're stuck, and then go back in. But hopefully it goes in this opening right here. Yep, this is good opening. This is normally where I would enter when there's a interchange. You see all that opening up there. All right. Still going. No disengagement. I have not been able to do this with any hardware 3 vehicle without any intervention, because as you see there, it gets a little tricky for those on-ramp with construction, and also with these interchange here. So it's going into the furthest right lane now. I'm not sure why it didn't just stay on that lane, because this lane is going to exit. Do you hear that? There's still some vibration. So it's going back to this lane. It's going back and forth. It can't make up its mind. So yeah, I'm just on standard. So this standard should be really smooth with minimum lane change. Let's see how it does on the exit ramp. So there's a really slow vehicle here on the slow lane. When I say really slow, it's going below the speed limit, which is illegal. for most people that don't know that. You go too fast, you get a ticket. You go too slow, you still can get a ticket. Alright, so exit's coming up. Minutes in. About to exit here. Let's see how it does on the exit. Really smooth. Right inside the lanes. So that's FSD in the new Model X. So more to come. Subscribe for more. Catch you all in the next video.